And I do have more, but according to Susan Greenberg, Tchaikovsky, and Honor McKee,
as I was put in jail for the third time at McGuire in Redwood City. Abused and persecuted for religious reasons because I am publicly accusing to the government of the United States of being using witchcraft and technology against not only the citizens of this country, but of this world. I discovered that it's China, the country that has been using for years the United States of America, who has been robbing the treasure of this country, who are working with the criminals in power, the government representative of this country, for the best interest of that country and their people. They are the one who are telling them what to do, how to kill, how to persecute the citizens of this country without respecting our constitutional right. They have denied my due process rights several times. They have been retaining me in jail after alienating my First Amendment and denying my due process among many of my basic 10 were participating on the crime as many others. As I arrived back from Washington, San Mateo Police was waiting for me and told me that Child Protective Services was looking for me and was having an order on them. They were not able to tell me the reasons until today. They were never given. A rape accusation that I submit through them on that day, on June 25th, 2005, was rejected. Was rejected immediately, and my child was given to the sexual molester, his biological father, who do not believe in blood relation and do believe and practice a religious family practice and belief as written in the Bible. What I can tell you is that I not only see a beautiful Bible at the Cathedral Hill, I also saw a Bible that was ripped off, dirty and ugly. And through it, God told me that many people were using His word. Many people were just using His word to abuse and persecute others. He asked me to observe what Jesus said His banner as I start doing sins that day. I tried to talk to NBC and explain to them that Scott Peterson was not guilty, that it was someone else who used his mind and body to kill his wife and his baby. NBC was so busy trying to make a show and make millions of dollars out of his case. In reality, many of them participate that way. They create a show. I will refer you create a lie. And depending on the proof presented, they judge and condemn, but in reality, the owner do know that they are creating that. They set up that woman and they hold that woman in jail for 4 years just because they lied to the jurors. Jurors condemn them. Some of them are aware, some of them are not. It depends if they are wicked or not. There was another person who gave a comment on Knox case. Go check it out. It's exactly the same as the show presented on the Americans TV. The actuality, not the reality show. Many of them are making movies with the people who are in and out of jail with bonds or not. Taking not only advantage of the setup that they are having against them, but making money out of them and their suffering. My child was raped. A San Mateo Police Department rejected my case, accusing the father of molesting him sexually. I request a unity of marriage through my family divorce case. It was denied, as they were ignoring me, as they were dismissing any motion that I was filing. Not because I was not right, but because it was their crime of lying and they have been trying to hide it. They did not only rape my child, but they were so sarcastic and dirty. They sent my baby with his older brother, and the father asked the brother to ask me to put Vaseline. After they raped him, they did not care to tell me what they did. They did want to make sure that I was aware that they rejected my case and they raped my child. But they put me under a temporary restraining order even though I had never violated that law. Susan Greenberg told me at the court in Redwood City, California, the other branch, that she couldn't do whatever she pleased and want in her courtroom. She classified my case as a domestic violence when in reality it was not. It was the father of my baby. And I say the father because biologically, yes, he is. But he is not, based on his religious belief and practice. They use our non-wicked children as animals were used before Jesus Christ. With the suffering of my child, he has been getting job, he has been getting benefit, he has been making money. Many others in this country and in this world. I am begging for help. I tried to videotape what is there in my, it's not mine, it's my son's storage. The last property that my family keep on having and is under a short sale terms. Because they have forced my son to let it go after they forced him to invest $50,000 of the money that it was given to me. But because they want to have someone allowing them to do whatever they please, they gave my son, my older son, half of my last property equity, even though he was not having no right. For the last 7 years, my child has been suffering the worst. I have been presenting many photos I have been filing over and over and over again several times in the court system, not only in California but through the federal government too, in San Francisco. 3 times I filed 3 different cases, which I contest the dismissal several times because they were denying my poverty, in which I was forced, as Susan Greenberg, totally ignore my transmutation marital agreement. It was the father of my child who went to my home, pushed me into my house, even though he was not living with my child and I in 2004. They put me in jail. They kept me out of my home even though he was not there, and they did not care that my child was being nursed, that my child was only a year and a half old. In 2005, it was no less. Kaiser Permanente participated. Mind and body is a computer. We cannot get sick unless they force us or code us or program us. As I arrived from Washington, my child was sleeping in one of my bedrooms for hours. But as they put me under 5150, bending the criteria, my home was clean. My car was in the process of being clean. My laundry was done. My child was perfectly sleeping since 9-10 o'clock in the morning, and it was 1 o'clock when the police arrived, and my child was quietly and deeply sleeping. Kaiser said that my child was having pneumonia. That was ridiculous. That was a lie. No one who has pneumonia can sleep without being coughing, without being having trouble sleeping. But they did say that he was sick, just to make me or blame me of something that I never done. And my trip to Washington for the best interest of my child and myself, for the best interest of my family, and for millions others, not only in America, as I am the Lord's servant, doing what He pleased and what He wants, and as He asked me. I am begging for help. I am begging for protection. United States governments are persecuting me for religious reasons and are destroying 99% of the people in this world. They are destroying and devastating the economy of the United States, which is the only country who will be able to stop China on doing what years ago Hitler tried to do to these men, to this world. In the name of God, I am begging for help. It is of man to make errors, but who believe stand. In the name of God, will get bigger in His kingdom. Wicked and unwicked were created by Him, but the fear and the faith of God is the fountain of wisdom. And God is telling you to stop doing what you are doing. And He did say that since 2005, or else He will take money and power from those who do not have fear of Him. Begging for help in the name of the only God, and Lord Jesus. Practice.